Have you ever wanted to play Helldivers 2 as Doom Guy? Well, whether it be stomping bugs, spilling oil, or turning the squids into calamari, this build I have for you today can take you there in style. Not only in appearance, but effectiveness too. Now quickly before I get into the build, let me give you some short context about how I personally do loadouts. Whenever I make loadouts like this, my aim is to try and be as authentic as possible to the source material. So I will be trying to pick weapons that closely resemble certain items from Doom, both visually and functionally, and anything else that doesn't fit well will be ignored entirely. Doom Guy wouldn't just sit back and let sentries do all the work, if you know what I mean. For the essentials of this build, you'll need the Doomslayer looking helmet from the second page of the control group Warbond, the heavy peak physique armor, a cape of your choice, the bushwhacker, and either the variable or the Eruptor as your primary. Both the variable and the Eruptor are great selections for this build since both fit well for the theme, and not to mention both having a similar power level. Also on a side note, because both have lower ergonomics, the armor passive will actually fix that. When it comes to sidearms, however, you want to take the bushwhacker in particular, since it closely resembles the super shotgun from Doom. The bushwhacker is the only item on this list, by the way, that is constantly used on all three factions, besides the bubble shield pack. Against the communist clankers, I decided to take the variable, but if that's not your thing, the Eruptor is a good substitute if you get into a lot of intense situations or can't aim. I personally prefer the variable in this loadout because it just feels like a beefier version of the super shotgun, although more of a slug round variant. I mean, just look at this reload animation. Both of these weapons I've leveled up to 25, so I can confirm that they feel similar in effectiveness and are worthy of being a part of the Doomslayer's arsenal. By the way, do not listen to anyone smack-talking the variable who hasn't leveled it up all the way to 25. Trust me, you need to try this thing out for yourself first, before reading my comment section. For grenades, I brought the high explosive grenades to simulate the standard grenades in Doom Eternal. I use these to help myself clear out large groups of medium and light enemies in particular. It was actually kind of nostalgic for me to use these because I seriously hadn't used them for over a year. For the backpack, we're going to bring the shield generator backpack to simulate the Slayer's passive shield. And I chose to bring the quasar cannon since it closely resembles the BFG. For stratagems, I recommend bringing the HMG emplacement, the anti-tank emplacement, or the orbital laser. You know why Doom needs an orbital laser. For the bugs, you can either go the Eruptor Stalwart combo or bring the Quasar Cannon again. I took the Bubble Shield, HMG emplacement, and the 500 kg. I only say 500 kg this time because it's extremely effective at destroying bug nests. And also, I'm certain Doom Guy wouldn't mind having a stratagem such as the 500 kg at his side. He probably would set it off point blank and wouldn't even flinch. For the Illuminate, I strictly took the variable because this is the faction where I think it shines the most. Capable of one-shotting harvesters in the eye in total mode and two-tapping flesh mobs, this was a no-brainer for me. And as you know, Helldivers don't have brains. Also, using full auto can help mow down the hordes of voteless. I swapped my grenades for incendiary also here too, but considering how persistent the horde is, I actually also recommend taking the stun grenades to simulate freeze grenades. Using the HMG emplacement, I found it a lot easier to kill hordes of voteless, overseers, and even harvesters. The quasar cannon can help you a lot against the Illuminate, but it takes a long time to launch, so be wary of your position. All three of these builds are effective and match the vibe of Doomslayer perfectly. That being said, what weapons and stratagems do you think the Doomslayer would take in Helldivers 2? Be sure to let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to support the channel, be sure to subscribe. It helps a ton and it means a lot.